On the spot right now, guys. Wow, guys, things are not adding up. Today, it had been a cracker two of the day, and again, things are not working as perpendicularly as we think. Hello, beautiful people, wherever you are. Welcome back to the live stream of It's_Gintu, waiting for the first people to mobilize here so that we just have a good live stream. Thank you very much for the one mic already, and we are having much of the people want to be wandering onto the platform right now because they're waiting for the moment. Guys, things are not going as planned because things are krakatooing. Thank you very much for everyone who's been tuned. 3 people already onto the spot. Thank you very much. 2 likes already. Here we go, guys. I'm not at home, and you can just check where I'm just having hello. Hello from USA. Thank you very much for you being tuned. And we're going to be making sure that everything is so fantastic. 17 people on the spot, 4 likes already. So guys, we are having much of the crackatoo of the day, and I'm crying internally because how long will I make sure that I'm running like Safari Rally? Guys, today it has been Safari Rally. And if you are just talking about World Safari Rally, today it has been Safari Rally. Why can a person come and talk about going to be attacking Gintu? And you are coming with this men who are handling logs of trees and talking about they're going to be coming for me in peace. Where? At what time? Guys, sometimes we have to buffer with this kind of the things that are still handling onto the village because already my intelligence, we are watching with the interest. Thank you very much. Already my intelligence has already got much of the response about what is really happening to the street because already they have got what is really happening between Gintu and Lady J. What is really happening into this kind of the sarcasm? It's whereby I found in a way that when I broadcasted the video showing people that hello Gintu Vanessa J, thank you very much. Why is attacking you? Even today, guys, I've been attacked. I'm telling you this as a fact. Today I've been attacked very properly, and 6 goons, 6 this way, 6 goons, and even Lady J was part of the team, and he was talking about. Imagine this kind of the people, they are talking the same way their father is talking. They're talking about Gintu, you are disappearing. I will catch you and I will delete you. I'm just sympathizing. And I don't know what is really happening. What did you do or say about it, J? Lady J has one problem. Let me tell you where the fact is coming from. The day the conduct came to my position, my premises at home, he was being sent with Lady J, and Lady J was the one who was waiting for me to be captured from my home premise so as I can just be drived into the custody, and he will initiate his own stupid laws. Maybe he wants to talk about he knows how to deal with the laws. I don't know how. They were talking about now if Gintu can just disappear, shoot the guy. So that was the things that are coming out. But the fact has to come out once and for all. That today, whenever they approached, I was having my videos, guys, and today I was about to update you what about the fish farm that I have in terms of where Kenge is. And I had, whenever they were talking about, you are coming to our village to do the video. Is that village theirs? Or they are coming to just have... Guys, it's something which is so character between me and the Lady J. Who is that village is not the owner of that village. I'm still not sympathizing or not getting the real point on what is really coming out. But the fact is they're having that kind of an envious that Gintu broadcasted alive. Let me tell you where the point is coming from. Let me sit well. The point is coming from when I broadcasted a video showing Lady J's house construction, that it was having so krakatooing moment in terms of no proper documentation. They had no papers, they had no certificate, they had no engineer, they had only supervisors that were just there. And the fact that comes out clean right now, I want to give you David, is there was a person who was sponsoring and talking about Lady J should make sure that he should have proper documentation and paid money and sent money to Lady J, so as he can pay the money in terms of making sure they're going to get the certificates and documents for that house. So the day the construction, which is an NCA, National Construction Authority, came and I broadcasted it live. I just broadcasted, and when people watched, they were just surprised. You talked about you had proper documentation, we had sent you money, and yet there's nothing you have done. So you are now scamming us. And they have just talked about it. They have to make sure that they are rewinding the money. They have to pay back the money that those people paid, so as you can just have that kind of the construction ongoing. And the fact has come out clean that the guys are now requesting for their money. The same way you see the GoFundMe has failed, it's the same on their things are failing. Because they are always cheating people onto the street that, oh, you know, this kind of the house, it has proper documentation, it has this and this. But when we go straight to the point, there's no proper documentation, there's nothing that is just sealed onto the position. So that's why you see they have been told that they have to return the money which people just sent them, and making sure they're going to be paying for proper documentation. So that is what is now getting to the brim right now. And that is what is now inciting them, because even the conduct was part of the program. Talk about Lady J was part of the program, and they were now hurt that oh, we had even secured this kind of the panel, we have lied to them, we have put them onto the box, now things are not getting good. What? Why? And this is the fact that they are now looking forward to make sure that they are rubbing those kind of the mistakes, but I had already recorded. So that's why you saw the conduct was talking about shoot this guy, and they knew that things are not working onto their side, because much of the people right now, they have disgraced them. They have known that this kind of the people, they are scammers, because they were just lying to the people. We have proper documentation, we have this one here. The only thing they had is a BQ, which was written, and it was not having a certificate for insurance that they should continue with their construction. That is where a byfault is coming. And that's why you see Lady J was the one who sent the conduct to come for me at my home. And there's a person who is spying still at me, because today I was in that village of Kenge today, because my fish ponds are located there. For the new people who are onto the channel right now, I have fish ponds located at Kenge position. And we are just 15 meters apart, which is my neighbor. Kenge is my neighbor in terms of my project of fish farming. So when I went there, I had taken a lot of time before I could just go to the fish farm. So when I was shooting a video, it's going to be coming tomorrow, guys, that video, because where I am, there's no Wi-Fi, there's no internet, there's no nothing in. The only thing that's doing work is only data bundles. That's why I've just done with data bundle. I don't know if you are just checking me clear for everyone who is available. Jason and Gina, thank you much. Only Mayani, Kohera tells us who this spice is. You know, the only thing that is getting very stupidical is whereby this kind of the people, whenever they came, they never knew that Gintu was alert. And I saw how people, you know, whenever you are just doing some 2-3 things, then you can just check, oh, there are people who are just looking, what are, and there are so many shambas there. And this kind of the spice, they came with the Pro Box. And this kind of the Pro Box, whenever it stopped, I thought about, oh, maybe it's Gitiripa, or it's who is the Kenge driver who has arrived, because sometimes we have there's another guy who is called Brother Dagi. Brother Dagi has a Pro Box. So when it arrived there, I think about, oh, that's Brother Dagi who is arriving at Kenge, because from my position, which is the fish pond, to the Kenge gate, it's like 70 meters, so you can see it through, and you can see this is a person, this is a vehicle, this is a motorbike, this is who entering here. So what came out is when I saw that Pro Box getting to the Kenge Villa, I talked about, okay, let me be very keen, and I check who is the person. Then a little bit, I checked much of the people, they left the car outside. And one person opened the gate, which is the soldier opened the gate, and they entered into the Kenge premise. Then they surrounded. I don't know if even they told Kenge that they are accessing his own premises, because they were now going to attack a person using the premises of somebody. And when I checked on, why are those people leaning on the walls? They're just leaning on the walls, walking slowly onto the walls. I talked about, are those people genuine? And I was just checking onto them, and I was very punctual. Even I had to stop the video and to the talk about at the center of filming the video. And I talked about, let me check on them. Then a little bit moment, before I could end up the video, before I could just end up the video, I checked on them running out of and making sure that they're just jumping over the perimeter wall around, talk about around the river bank. There's a perimeter wall around the river bank of the Kenge. Then I talked about, I checked those kind of the people. They're having logs of trees. And have you seen this kind of a handle of a djembe? If you have seen a handle of a djembe, those are the ones that they're using. And I talked about, why are these people handling, they're having some of the handles of djembes here. And I talked about, are these people genuine? Then a little bit, I sensed they're going to be coming for me. Then I talked about, I had one of the boda who was available. And I was talking about, hey bro, those people are not genuine. And I talked to him that he was having a motorbike and he was waiting for me. Then I talked about, bro, you cannot take me because they have already reached, and they will just make sure that they are maybe running behind it, because it's a steeper area from the fish ponds. It's like you can talk about, it's a slanting position. The topography is slanting. So for the motorbike to ignite a motorbike and start, they had reached already 20 meters. I talked about, this kind of the people, they might harm me. So we talked about, okay, whenever they're going to be coming, let me see whatever. Whoever starts coming, I'm going to be dealing with him perpendicularly. So one person I saw, once upon a time, pop, I saw Lady J. I talked about, oh my living God, what is Lady J doing here? So he's the one who is behind it. He was talking about, a thief, hey people, thief. I talked about, he's now talking about thieves so as people can just gather. Oh my living God. I talked about, okay, whoever approaches at me, he will see fire without smoke. I talked about, okay, there's no problem. Whoever will reach at where I am, he will see fire without a smoke. And I talked about, whoever will follow me at your own risk. Then I started walking, going an opposite side of them. And there were 6 people, and I talked about, they started separating. One of 2 people ran and jumped over the river, and which is the river that it's just beside. It's cutting from the Kenge, passing through my fish ponds there. And you understand, for the people who have ever been watching my videos, you understand the river that is there. And it was a famous river that did something which is very fantastic to the Kenge, because it's the river that supplied much of the water to build the villa. And it was so famous during that time. Then I talked about, what are these people running for? I talked about, they jumped, 2 of them jumped to the other side of the river. Then I talked about, those people, 2, I started calculating 2 the other side, 2 the other opposite side, which is at the western side, and 2 eastern side. I talked about, so you are now, and 2 at the middle. Then Lady J was not even knowing how to run. Then it was talking about, a thief. I talked about, you are guessing. Whoever reaches at where I am, I'm going to be dealing with you circumphoniously. Then one guy was holding a gun, and another person, the one person at the eastern was holding a gun, and one at the western was holding a gun. And 2, one at the east, one at the west, they were holding some handcuffs, each of them. And 2 at the middle, they were handling the handles of djembes, you can understand. And I was about, so you are coming very speed to me. Then I started talking about, if I walk, they're going to be now coming and joining me together. I talked about, you will never get me. Then I started running a little bit, talking about, let me do some, even whenever you talk about Awatok sometimes gives you, talk about a morale, talking about, let's go. I started now doing some of the practices here and there to make sure that this kind of the people are getting their own immersement there. Then I started jogging. I saw the other people on the west. They are now jogging. They are now running, not even jogging. They were walking. Now they were walking, jogging, running. I talked about, okay, I see to the western, these people, okay, they're now separating. Again, they're separating. I talked about, okay, I now calculated the move. I talked about, hey, bro, whoever I left onto the fish pond there. I talked about, bro, if you see things are not going good, go around and get me onto the road. But he never heard me. And I talked about, okay, he failed me at that kind of the mission, because when he left there, he was being to be attacked again, because I'm gonna be coming to that point, because now I had gone. So when I was running, those kind of the people started now running very quickly, because they understand. Because last time they came to me, I talked about, okay, you are coming and you got me, because they came and got me where I was. So today they thought about, oh, now it's very far from home, so we're gonna be making sure that we are running around. The effect is one. That area, I am the one who knows that area. I've been born in that area. So the fact is, when they were approaching, I knew where to run to. And that was the effect. I cannot stand while seeing much of the people will be asking about them. Oh, Gint, why could you stand? How can you stand? People are carrying hundreds of jembes, logs of trees. And I stand and talk about, I'm waiting for this kind of the people. It will be Krakatoa of the moment. Even if you are a president, you will run like a safari rally. And that's a fact. And for security and making sure that you're going to be doing everything very possible, I'm going to be making sure that I had to run very quickly. Then a little bit, I spotted a road. Then I talked about, okay, whoever spotting a road, then I talked about, okay, I have to go with it. So much of the people now started talking about a thief. This is this kind of the goons. So they can just create the tension around the village and talk about, okay, this kind of the person, we have to get him very, very quickly. So they had to shout, thief, but the people knows me. So they were just talking about thief, and the people are talking about what are those people, and the people handling handcuffs, people handling logs of trees, people handling talk about talk about the pistols, and talking about you will stand. How can you stand? And the fact is one that I had to run and rescue myself, because I just completed the race before they completed it. And the fact is that I went vanished. Now the fact comes out that when they returned back to the fish pond, they got two men remain at the fish pond, because there were more. They came like they came like the people who are going to cut some sugarcane down. Have you ever seen a group and a crowd of people who are going to cut sugarcane in Africa? There are so many, and having some machetes. So that's how they came like a safari ants. Thinking about now, you know, the last time how we had a challenge. We had to make sure that I'm giving them a little bit of a challenge. So what happened today is that they came knowing that things are going to be getting better at the same time. And they're going to be now surrounding me and dealing with me circumferentially. When they went back, they talked about, okay, you are the guy now, the border guy who was left at the fish pond. I was talking about, I'm waiting for my client, because he's the person who always taking me all around and making sure that I'm secure. So when I was running, I left my it's called this kind of a stand, and I told that man that hold this stand, put it onto the bag, or throw it inside the fish pond so as it can just sink. I'll get where it is whenever I just withdraw water. And the guy, when he could just not even have that moment, two goons remained there, and the Lady J, whenever he was running, he never knew how to run. So he came back. So whenever he came back, you know, we are just running in a field of maize. So when you are talking about a field of maize, you understand. Whenever a field of maize is being weeded. So I had to make sure that I'm putting more effort to run, because whenever you are running, it's stick, and it's alongside the river. So that is the fact. When they came back and started now like humiliating this kind of a border guy I had left unto there and to talk about the fish pond. Lady J started talking about you know, you are the one who is helping him to make some videos. You know, even you are going to with you so as he can come to the police station. I was asking about this guy started talking about I am a border. I was asked because he was the one who brought much of the food for the fish and to my fish farm. What are you going to insult and bring some accusations and also bring some of the allegations to this kind of the guy? And the guy talked about stop your nonsense, my friend. I'm no longer with him. I'm just in my work, because he came with the food for the fish, then he had to return with me back. So he was waiting me as he was just as you can just go and wait for a client, you understand, as making sure that is one of the client you are, or sometimes you are always together. So I talked about, okay, that's how they told you, man. And I asked about where is my stand, and they talked about, bro, I'm very, very sorry, bro, because they told me that if they have to go with a stand or me. So how can a person talk about a stand? You can just make sure that a stand, you cannot differentiate between a stand and a person. You are talking about you should either take a stand or the guy of the border, and the guy is making some 2-3 money to feed the family, and yet those kind of the people and much of the borders are getting much of the money from me. I'm promoting the local people that are surrounding me. And that is the fact. So he had to talk about, no, I'm not the one. I have never done a video. So much, one of the police, the goon, he was talking about one of the goon who was there. Because I can talk about a police. I don't think if a police, how can a police come without a notification, without a summon, without an arrest letter, and talk about you're going to be doing this kind of the things. So the fact that is coming out is one. They have now think about they have handled everything in care, and they're now intimidating into, because they have just tried to strike my channels. They have tried to report my channels. It's not doing work. So they have just seen that the only option which they can go with is to make sure that they are now putting me behind the bars. Let me tell you how the lawyers are talking about, because I've seen much of the people talking about going to get the lawyer. The fact is one. Even when you go straight to the point, when you go to a lawyer and a lawyer can just ask you that, begin to tell us how the scenario is, and you start narrating from A to Z. He will just tell you that this kind of the people, they are being lured with money. This is Kenya. And the people, if they are lured with money, to make sure that they are causing trouble to you, not to anyone else. If they are causing trouble to you, they are making sure that you are now put in custody. And when you are put in custody, the only thing they need is to put Gintu in custody. That is what they need. And if they survive to put Gintu in custody, they're going to be opening another case, because already my NBI and my intelligence, we have got the filing they want to put with me, because they're gonna be not talking about it, because already I have been told what charges they're gonna be charging me, and it's not even for talking about the platform between me and the Kenge, between me and Lady J, between me and the Conrad. Already they have shifted the files, and that is the fact. Because already my intelligence has got the file, and they're going to be making sure that you're going to be getting the real factor, which is coming out very fantastic. Because they think about they're so brave than us. And we're going to be making sure that we are more. Let's finish it there. And the fact now comes back to the real fact that when I went to report this kind of the scenario to the police officers in Nyabuhanse, they never recognized any person, because I told them this is the case. I have the OB number, I have everything, and I've put the file. The files are being they're now accumulating. Now I'm gonna be going to the court with a file, making sure that it is one of like a bill. Have you ever seen a bill of a nation? A bill of a nation. That is the file I'm gonna be filing. Because when we go right forward to the position, what is really causing this kind of the disgustment? and making sure that Gintu is thrown into the pogrom is this, that they're thinking about how they were moving in terms of their own things. I've cut them short because right now you have seen everybody is getting strikes. Everybody is getting strikes left, right, and center. Even today, we have a breaking news already. The breaking news is already, even they were talking about, all the people who have ever been using the Kenge pictures and everything already. This kind of the lady, the guy who is called Prince Odinga, no content is there already. The channel is deleted. Everything is deleted. And what I'm coming out to tell you is go check. Even talk about this kind of the boy, Prince Odinga. There's nothing in his channel. Wherever you are there, you can just go and check and know that there's nothing in Prince Odinga's channel. What do I mean? I talk once that this kind of the family doesn't have a friend. Whether you put yourself in such kind of a moment that you're going to be talking about, okay, this kind of the people are going to be good, they're going to be securing this, they're going to be doing this, but the fact has to come out that things are changing. And when things are changing, it means that things are not working properly. And everybody who has ever been using, because they never knew that whenever you are filing or you are reporting anything into YouTube, I'm talking about there are people who have ever been using my name. I'm not the one who is using his name. The reactors, all the reactors, talk about either positive or negative. Tomorrow you'll see Mora is gone because they are the people who are using their content and talking about they're going to be using it. Right now, everything is vanishing, whether you are a positive nor a negative. When we talk about a reactor, the only thing is one that there's nothing like a positive reactor nor a negative reactor. That's the fact. So we go straight to the point and talk about when you think about you're going to be a reactor, you should make sure that you are either in a specific point, which is a reaction mode. And whenever you talk about now, I'm supporting this kind of the person, A, B, C, D, it will never work the way you think. So the fact has to come out very efficiently, and everybody should just go direct to the point. So what is now bringing some mayhem and some irresonant, circumphonious reasons that are putting into in a way that of a sarcasm reasons of making sure that I'm running east, west, and south. It's just a matter of moment. Because when I'm going to be going back to the village, things going to be shifting. Because right now, I'm just giving this kind of the orientation once and for all. Because when you want to attack Gintu and you don't know the real fact about who I am, and they're now talking about, oh, now let's get this kind of the person, we have to deal with him, we have to do this, we have to do this one. Everything has to come in a correct synopsis. And the fact is, I'm going to be making sure that this kind of the people are finding it rough also. Because thank you very much for everyone who's being locked. And I see much of the people locked in. 85 likes and 318 people watching. Very fantastic moment. Let's go, let's go. And guys, the fact now I want to remove out is yesterday you heard about the Kenge. They were just talking about we're going to be, Nikki, what's your village elder doing about this? I'm talking the village elders have nothing to do with this kind of the reason. What am I meaning about the village elders have nothing to do with this? Mara, you go down if you follow example and start giving his YouTube strikes. Yeah, teach the silly boy a lesson. Let me tell you about the village elders. This kind of the family, which is the Kenge fraternity, when they are in such kind of a mood in the village, you saw even Kenge was talking about there are some of the people who are talking about oh, we are the owners of the YouTube. Today, when you want to go and watch the videos of the top earners of YouTube, not the earners you are talking about, no, not that one. When you go and check the top people who are earning a lot of money in the YouTube, you'll see Kenge and the demon, they are not even falling top 100. So don't come outside here to talk about we are millionaires. Millionaires yet you don't be wrenched in any kind of the thing. And that's the fact. That is what is giving them a problem, whereby they're now talking about, oh, we are now lacking behind. This kind of the people are penetrating. This kind of the people are getting forward, and things are getting so better to the other opposite side. And that's why you see they're now talking about if the strike cannot happen, they're going to be coming for you in terms of now lowering much of the goons. And what is now coming out is because I have all the recordings talking about Lady J was talking about whenever you run, I will delete you. That is the case that they're going to be making sure that they're going to be coming, because the person they were telling and talking to, they have already refiled. And also, we are talking about the conduct. Whenever he came to my position of my home, he was talking about shoot this guy, shoot this guy, shoot these guys. And I have the recordings already. So that is the fact that we're going to be making sure that whatever they're just doing, and they will just be running. Because right now, there's a person who sold me. When I was just onto my fish ponds there, and I saw that kind of a pro box coming and parking, I was so attentive about no, I don't think, because when I arrived onto the fish pond, I saw Kenge driver at his home. And who is this person who came with this kind of a pro box here? I talked about, okay, there's no time for me to hesitate. Let me be very punctual and keen. And I started feeding much of the fish, and I'm making sure that I'm making a content from there, because much of the people had missed that kind of a content coming out from the fish farm. And for the real fact is this kind of the people are going to be rectifying if they cannot change with making sure that they are putting me in this kind of the forum. Every time is they're talking about, oh, we're going to be coming for you. The only thing is going to filmed a video and showed people that they are lying to their subscribers, and much of their donors they had supplied and they had supported and they had sent them money to look for qualified documents and qualified personnel in terms of building their construction. But they went at the back because of the appetite of making sure that they like money. They want to siphon money. They went behind the game and just got fake documents to make sure that they are coming to build their own construction, which was not ascertaining the pedigree of the construction board. So when I filmed the video, this kind of the supporters who support them with the money to make sure that they are building and getting proper documentation, they got this report that the house has been closed and no more work should continue. So that is what is giving them a problem. And before things get worse is they're now kicking their own things that why are they decreasing right now? They talk about their monetary funds, they are decreasing in a very high manner. And they're talking about, oh my living God, what can we do? What can we do? Look at Kenge yesterday. He was saying that much of the reactors, they have made his own YouTube journey to be heard. He's a father. Who told him to go in Argentina? Am I the one who told him to go to Argentina? I'm not the person who told him to go to Argentina. He's the one who's thinking about Argentina have views. Argentina is like even in Kenya here. So you could just better to be in Kenya than talking about going to be to Argentina. You are. And the real fact that made such kind of the things to happen, it's their own things. And when a person is talking about, you're going to be talking about, okay, when you go to this kind of the police, why couldn't they go to the police who they know and we know? They are going to the goons whom we don't know. And when they're talking about you're going to be deleting into, this is the second thing. They're talking about they're going to be deleting me. And the fact is, what is getting to the brim point is they should be prepared for it. Before you make sure that you are deleting into, you should make sure that you have prepared very fantastically. And I think you are watching and making sure that you are getting the real point and where I am. The fact is, when I just exceeded the speed and I went very fast than them, and I catch up with much of the motorbike, and I ran out of the site. They now ran back to the pro box and they turned round to my home. When they reached home, they found my father was sitting outside there. The same way they went and found that my father was sitting and nobody greeted him, and they came to arrest the son. So the fact has to come out that do you think that my father is part of the program? And they think about it's just talking about, oh, now we're going to be going to Gintu's home and getting out. Let me laugh once, because it might be the end of it. I'll never laugh again, and I'll never speak about it again. And this is how things will be circumphonious. And the fact is, I saw Mara is just and yeah, they feel the same as tackled out, and exactly continue talking of them. Just don't use their videos. Exactly. Don't understand what Gintu is saying. I don't understand. Maybe you have not started up the video. That's maybe the thing, bro. What do you mean deleting you? Don't make me to fear. Deleting is taking my life out. That is what even Lady J was talking and to the fish farm there, and he was telling much of the guy who was remaining there, the border guy. And he was telling him that you are a part of Gintu. We're gonna be no, let's go with this one, and it will just suffer because you have not got Gintu. Let this boy go and suffer. You want to get a border who is looking for money, 100 shillings, which is around $1 a day, and paying for the motorbike daily. And you want to talk about you want to go with a border to a station because he came to take Gintu. And you think now when you have a motorbike, Gintu will never buy a motorbike. And when you think about you are having a land in Nyabuanse, you think Gintu will not have a land in Nyabuanse? And the fact is, you just keep it waiting. And the fact is, whatever you are always telling this kind of the goons, that whenever you're going to be running, I want to be deleting Gintu. They're going to be taking my life. And that's the seriousness. That the serious moment is they're going to be taking my life, because that is the second moment they are talking about it. And why not give your energy to the people who don't deserve it. Focus on building your brand. And the fact is, guys, let me tell you one thing. Whenever we talk about a brand, before we build a brand, our brands were being taken over. So before we focus and put the things into matching code, we have to make sure that this kind of the people are lined up. If they can line up, we have a better way to go. Because if a person is coming and telling us that you're going to be deleting me, and they're going to be making sure that most of them, why are they ordering? And how can a police be ordered? That is something that's making sure that we are not understanding that are we part of the program, that we cannot understand it, that a person, a civilian, is telling a police, they're talking about a police, that shoot him, or are gonna be deleting this guy. What does it sound unto you? It means that all of these people, they have one agenda, that they came either to pick me or destroy me. Guys, they're gonna be breaking my cucumber. That's the fact. They're gonna be breaking my pears and be parallel. And some people talk about now, let's leave him there to die. And that is the only thing that he was looking for. And the little thing that I wanna be telling people is, before they do it, they should consider themselves. Where is your family and where are you? If you are representing other people in another tribe, and the same way they are talking about, there are so many ways to make sure that you are catching monkeys. It's either you will make sure that you are putting bananas there, come and pick, handle them. Or you will hunt one, and when you get one, apply it with oil or apply it with a paint, which is red or white, release it. It will chase the other monkeys. That's the fact. And they're thinking about they're going to be knowing much. I don't know who knows much, but the effect is one. Today I have run. If today there could be a rope that this is the last moment, the last mileage. Yeah. Today I had run a very big mileage. And even right now, my engine, it's having a very high mileage of today. It has been, even whenever I just escaped them, I had to make sure that I'm changing oil with an immediate effect because no, I will be praying for you for God protection ever. Thank you very much, Maureen Barrel. Papa Cheesy, thank you very much for you being tuned. Justice Kirwa, when you point the fingers, it's some of, remember, three fingers are pointing back at you. The only thing is that we are not pointing any fingers to anyone. The fact is one. Let's handle this kind of the pogrom circumfoniously. And I don't think ever that maybe drama, this kind of the hula baloos, maybe we talk about the Shagra Bagala telenovelas will ever end in Nyabuanse. Why am I saying so? Right now you have just seen, and already you have seen much of the things, how they are happening. That much of the people are running for their lives. And it's not like only Gintu. We have other people who like JT. Right now, I think the channel has already come out very fantastic, and we're going to be continuing with the vibe of the day. And also, we have Fekere. They need to be reported and get the restraining order. That is the fact. Because this running east, west, and south here, even as people, they are just wondering because why is Gito always helping much of the people and to the street and helping much of the people in the village, and the people are just democratizing to make sure that they are putting their own effort and getting money, but a person is coming to talk about, oh, these are of this kind of the things, they were ours, oh, we are the people to own this kind of the village, you are no longer needed here. So and also, guys, when I want to tell you this kind of the term is this kind of the guys, they are not from this kind of the tribe. That is the fact. Because the conduct is from Kisii, a related clan, talk about a related tribe to the Koreans, and is just a migrant who has just come and be acknowledged. And when we will decide to take you out of Nyaboanse, it will be once and for all. Because it's now becoming so heterozygous, so confusing, that you can now talk about you're gonna be deleting me, yet you came and found me and to here. And the only thing is that we are having only a small respect to the conmam because she was part of the program of teaching in the schools we were. And she taught us. That is the only point we are talking about. But the conduct is thinking about the harassment, mistreating much of the people and to the village, beating much of the people, making some shubula balu things here and there, and they think about that is the only thing that they're gonna be doing. The only thing is we're gonna be making sure that everything is coming to the system, and that is the fact. And the real fact is we are waiting for it. If they're going to be coming for Gintu, let them come. We are still available and we are waiting for them circumfoniously. But this kind of the people, I know. Right now, Lady J is so jealousy. And he thinks about, oh, Gintu, now you're going to be completing the G Castle here and there. The fact is one, I'm going to be completing it. And very soon, because we have planned ourselves and we know and we have make sure that everything is coming to the real fact of the time. Somebody's talking about famous. He's talking about what is she saying? She's saying about understand why the villagers fear this kind of the man. I thought Gintu will save the village, but he's also what? He's also running away. I'm not running away. That is the fact that I want to tell you. Gintu is not running away. And the fact is, if I could be talking about Gintu is fearing, I could not be coming out with all of this kind of the points and this kind of the portfolio to tell you that this kind of the people are playing with our minds. And the fact is only one that we are having a lawlessness country whereby a person who thinks about they have money, yet there's no money is there. The only thing is they have been talked about, no, now go lure or put, I will know how much money you have put there. So as this kind of the talk, no action. Nobody, Angela, the fact is we're going to be coming, and that's the only fact, because right now there's no action here, it's only talking, and that's the only thing I have to tell you what has happened, because I've seen already much of the reactors there that are talking about Gintu is arrested, and the fact is thank you very much, Kimberly Rivers. Talking about Gintu, you should not that much of the people are thinking about, you know, guys, when a person is talking about them running. So when people are coming with the metals, they're coming with them. Talk about logs of trees, and they're thinking about they're gonna be making sure that they're gonna be handling Gintu in a programmatic way. Do you think that I have to stop, wait for this kind of the people who have no warrant, they have no access, and already they are accessing to my own property without configuring that this kind of the people going to arrest Gintu or doing something which is not compensatable? And the fact is, we have to get a counter attack. Somebody to get me? Yeah. That's the only. Go to the authorities that are above them. Exactly. Gintu, you are right. Run away. Run very fast. I have to run like a peer. Something like that. Even the small stuff which is called talk about Sima. Gintu, please enough with the big grammatic error and face them now. Exactly. The villagers should set up Nyaboanse Defense Force. Diva, exactly. Leave the junior family alone. Lazy. Who is a lazy man here? Diva Mora, you are just lacking. You are lacking a place to go. Real make stand and you feel strong. Exactly, and that's why I'm always available. So if I could not be strong, guys, today you could just be talking about, oh, Gintu is there, and it's gonna be so famous to much of the people talking about, oh, Gintu now is in, oh, Gintu now is in. But to the real fact of the point is, Gintu is still surviving here. What really caused of all this drama in Yabuanse? All this kind of the dramas, they were brought with the Kenge. That is the fact. When he will not solidarize, he will not come to them to the point and tell people that this is how you should do and this is how you should act. But when they're coming out to tell us that you should solve everything with a camera, that's how it was being solved, and that's how we were being taken out. That's how we were disgraced. That's how we were told that we are ungrateful, and that is the fact. And when we come to the camera, even us to make sure that we are solidizing and making sure that this kind of the things are getting out of the brim, they're now talking about, oh, this kind of the people, they're attacking my family, attacking my children, attacking I don't know what, attacking I don't know what. Oh, you are escaped twice. The third time you may get hurt. Before the third time, it's going to be to them. Don't worry. You escape twice. Exactly. Gintu, you can't be talking all the time. You need to take action. I'm in the process. Because I'm talking about, I'm fighting like a bill. The fights that I have to put, they are like a bill. So you understand a bill. Eh? So they're going to be reading and perusing papers like gazettes in the court, making sure that things are just perused. The only thing is perusing like revision. Can't help them. It's so sad. Johnny, hire the equalizer. You should go to the police station and fix the error. I've already reported the case, and it's being tanganized and to the police station. Mora, exit please, and you're gonna be making sure that things are getting out with an immediate effect. And good evening, Gintu and everyone. Thank you very much, Inez. Thank you very much. Mora, don't be silly. The only thing is, those are just goons. Don't be bothered with small people like Mora here. It's just a small goon who cannot even give us any kind of a hint here because it's a small object. So don't be insinuated with such kind of the things. Send them back where they came from. Exactly. I'm going to be sending you back. That's the fact. This will never end. Saga, not good. Exactly. Yeah. Thank you very much for this kind of let's talk Tigami. Exactly. Take them out. And the moderators are now active. Thank you very much. 4 o'clock eyes. Thank you, Veta. Thank you very much. Or Onela Isaac. Thank you very much. Inez, hello. Gintu, are you waiting for the third attempt? I'm no longer waiting for the third attempt. Before the third attempt come, I should have dealt with them perpendicularly per unit time. Newbie, if me, I had found my way there by now. Then, as matter of fact, Gintu just left Nairobi. That's either Gintu, Angela, girl, better course, Akona got the weapon. Thank you very much. Gintu, you need to move in groups. Stop moving alone. That's why today I had a boda guy and who was waiting for me to make sure that he's taking me back home and making other things to come out very fantastic. But when I left him much of the things to carry, they took much of the thing because right now no stand and only God told me that again to take the GoPro also. I had to just make sure that I'm taking the GoPro with an immediate effect. Then I ran away with the GoPro, and that was the best moment. They could have taken even the GoPro out. And whenever the GoPro goes, they talk about, oh, it was brought with the Didi uncle, and now this GoPro belongs to us. Nothing like that. One more thing, always make sure you have coming out here with the truth and not lies. Okay, you also don't get into trouble. That's the fact. The fact is, I was attacked. That's why you saw even Masubo was talking about Gintu's arrested, but they were never having, no one understand where Gintu is and how I apply. That's the fact. This has be fixed soon. Can't go on for too long. Exactly, Angela. Very sad, and this is sickening. Thank you very much. Last week I checked Social Blade website. Revenue is 2K less than D, and he should be mad. At her, Rocklist was at only 384 which is US dollars. I'm telling you guys, right now things are not going the way they want. Because even right now, Kenge has been already taken out with the demon, and even Lady J gonna be taking them over. And that is what is now giving them a hatred. Like Kenge is getting so mad with this kind of the things and how people are moving forward. Is intoxicated by the money devil. Exactly. Ines, very hot. Get some Starbucks in a coffee. Thank you. Police station. Exactly. Into law is there to protect everyone. If you can't report to the authorities in Migori, go to Nairobi Police and report them. Wishing you all the best. Thank you very much. Keeping it real with Sonia. And Sonia, laughing there a little bit. Greeting, I hope everything is doing well. Stop the keeping. It's talk about stand with the truth and you will be fine. Sugarman Davy will get his due very soon. Wilson, thank you for educating us. Thank you very much. Please go about the police in that village. The police are, the real fact is the Nyabuhansa police post doesn't have anything to do with it. They don't even know what is ongoing. They're just hearing that, oh, Gintu A, Gintu B, Gintu C, but to the real fact, they don't have any idea. And the only thing is that this kind of the family think about they're gonna be going to the top post there and talk about this kind of the people should be put where necessary. But to the real fact is God is not wearing a short. Now David is in trouble. Exactly. Gintu, you are waiting for the third attempt? No. Gintu, blessing to you. Thank you much. Let J is on sheep bleeding heavily. But our people are not aware of that Onala easy. Thank you. I just scared someone may get hurt because of this crazy drama. That is the fact. Please take care. Thank you, Vieta Kichiking. Thank you very much. Sima, Onere, talk about Onere at work since 7 until 11 p.m. Yet will not report conduct. Now Davy is attacking you. You need to handle your business. These people are mentally unstable. That's the fact, Denny. We just came back from the village. NYC. Thank you very much. It's in New York City. This is Jason and Gina. A newbie comment. Good luck with your appeal again to take other villagers who are affected too and be strong. Thank you, Wilson. Sima Imagine and focus on how building and YouTubing keep quiet and build. Thank you very much. File a complaint against the Nyamwasa police station. Nyamwasa police station knows nothing. And that's the fact. They know nothing about it. Because when I went there and asked about, do you know this kind of the people and do you know this kind of the case they talked about, yeah, we even doesn't understand it. Because they know, maybe they think about the local people doesn't know how these things gonna be going. I plead the blood of Jesus to protect you and their family. Thank you very much. Inez, here some sorry get some of the rest later. Exactly. Hey Jason and Gina, or some vlog. Hey Ginto, my brother, respect. Ifonia Atekakla. Thank you very much. Lady, right. Thank you very much. Lady J should be swimming with the fishing if it was left up to me. Exactly. We love from USA. Thank you very much. Jason, that post will upset Villa Kincha. You showed his gate. Gina, thank you for watching. You need to hire some of the goons, you bodyguards. You have to hire some. Hello, everyone in the chat. Hi to the whole chat. Thank you very much. Yes, ma'am. Happening to the sugarcane field. The sugarcane, guys, I'm gonna not talk about the sugarcane field. Wait for that moment. It's gonna be coming. Let's talk match action. Exactly. I've heard somebody who's talking about match action. Again, to tell the truth that why they are jealousy and hating you, but we see all this coming from the family. God bless the real G. Be safe. Good luck visiting this kind of the general place. Passion Queen. Again, greetings, Grace Carey. Thank you very much. Hope you doesn't strike me. Uh, we love Gintu. Thank you very much, Lucia Hapa. Hapa, Moscow, don't listen. A little part stubborn as hell as fire. Why didn't take a video? Why did you didn't take? Guys, how can you take a video while this kind of the people they have approached with logs of trees? I could not take a video. That's the fact. And the guy who I left there was the witness who could just make sure that you can report everything how it was. Gentum can talk for the whole Africa and do nothing. That is yours. That's what you think about. Never traveling in the village alone. Much of the people have make sure that thank you very much for Eid Mubarak, the G Castle always, which is 20 US dollars. Thank you very much for a little bit of support and making sure that we are moving. Linda Harper, thank you very much for the 20 US dollars. Begin to have a good Anton to put this kind of the things into the place. That is the fact. Be careful. Thank you much. And everyone who is already into the position here, thank you very much. I agree again to less talk, more action. Exactly, Michael B. That is the fact that we're going to be making sure that we are covering it out and making sure that everything is so fantastic. 56th minute of this kind of the video vlog of right now, and we're going to be making sure that everything is coming to you live, and it's one-on-one from this kind of the night session right now. Here we are. It's now approaching 10 p.m. at night, and everything is so fantastic. Oh, guys, it had a problem a little bit, and let's end up this kind of the video from wherever we just reached because of the internet. I talked about the internet is bringing some shenanigans here. So I thank you very much for everyone who has been tuned and locked in. See you in the next moment, the next vibe. Here we come one-on-one. So this is the kudos. Respect to everyone who has been locked and tuned in, because this is the moment forward. And when we want to make it forward, we're going to be making it forward. Bye. And I'm going to be talking about wherever you're coming from. Thank you very much, Ifona. Angela, bye. Thank you very much, Ifona. Take a talk about the angel, my dear friend. Thank you very much. That's Get Assist TV and Windows. Thank you. Stay safe, game. Thank you. Bye bye, everyone. Thank you very much. This is mad about donation. Exactly. Angela, bye. And we are just getting proud African presence. Please do you live in Africa? Thank you very much. Namaste. And everything is so fantastic as we get out of the segment right now here. And we have 242 people watching right now here. They're going to be making sure that guys give me the likes there and like, so as you can just move together. If you have not liked there, just have engage onto the talk about get the like there, and so as you can just move forward. Very fantastic. Sending big love. Thank you very much for the 2 US dollars. Thank you very much, Michael B. Thank you very much. And this is how we are just getting to an end of this kind of the broadcast, one-on-one, 59th minute of the broadcast, and 311 people watching already, and we're going to be making sure that everything is Wagwan. Here we go. We make it happen. Thank you very much. Miran pressing up. Thank you very much, Infonata. So wherever you're coming from, overseas and Kenya, everyone who has been tuned, thank you very much for you listening and getting to the brim. Your contribution in terms of making sure that we are getting this kind of the seconds and the platform forward. It has been so okay, and we have got much of the information as we go. Today I was wearing in a blue band way like Irene. But we have to talk about UK. Thank you very much from UK. 3 p.m. here. Lucy, Linda Harpers. Zina, thank you very much. Stay safe. Thank you. Stay blessed. Thank you very much. So, guys, bye-bye. Thanks. Gonna be coming to you live, one-on-one. USA representing. The 1 hour, it's good for us to go.